Hi, I'm Bev Wakefield from Beyond the Numbers. Now, we did a bonus episode where we took the podcast on the road and took it from the bar to a shed at Electric Daisy. Now, I really wanted to share the question that I asked with business owners and leaders. Life is good when? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Bev Wakefield from Vibrant Accountancy. I'm also the host of Beyond the Numbers, and I asked the team today to go, Bright, do you think we could do a pop-up podcast at a marketing derby event and put it in a shed? And they've delivered. So for those of you who haven't come across Beyond the Numbers yet, it's all about having those raw, honest conversations with business owners. So going deeper than the accolades, the awards, and the big exit numbers. And actually, you know, a lot of the time business can look perfect from the outside, and we forget that actually on the inside, there's lots happening. Because the truth is, running a business can be tough. It could be lonely. And behind every win, there's often a whole lot of graft, late nights, and a lot of learning along the way. And so the podcast was born out of wanting to have those real conversations, to share lessons, not just the victories, to talk about burnout, to talk about resilience and balance as much as growth and profit. Now, in the spirit of all of this, tonight's theme is life is good. Because for me, sharing great food and drink in the great outdoors, surrounded by great people, that's when life does feel good. And I think we all know how much community matters, not just to us as people, but also as business owners too. We thrive when we're surrounded by others who get it, who cheer us on, and who remind us of why we started in the first place. And Marketing Derby is one of the most amazing examples of that. So tonight, we're turning this into a pop-up podcast, so bear with me. And I'm inviting you all, if you want to come up and finish this sentence. And it had varying degrees of effect when I asked it. So life is good when? Now, there's no right or wrong answer, and it might as well be, you know, it might be something funny, might be something insightful or deeply personal. Now, I've just got a couple of little things. So in the spirit of life is good, the amazing Gillian Sewell is bringing a Repton Christmas spectacular. She's bringing the West End again to Derbyshire. And this is at Repton, I believe, Lindsay again, isn't it? It's at Repton. It's Friday, the 5th of December, and it's in aid of the Lewis Sewell Memorial Trust. I was lucky enough to get to the earlier one this year, and it was sensational. It was really, bringing the West End was quite incredible. So if you can get that, the tickets are on Ticket Source already as well, so it's definitely one not to miss. We've got loads of things happening as well at Vibrant. We've got the Lean on Vibrant Academy. We've got a day popping up. Amy and Dawn are here as well, so they'd be happy to chat to you about that. And also, we've got the budget instead of the Christmas party, which I'm really sorry about, but Rachel Reeves is doing that on, is it 27th of November? I should know. 26th, but we're doing the event on the 27th. Yeah, lovely. So I won't bore you with any more of that. Then there's the lovely little Vibrant shed, and I'm sure Jamie will talk about the sheds in a moment too. So speaking of people doing incredible things, when we talk about community, there's probably no one who embodies that more than our first guest. So we're here tonight thanks to the amazing space he and his incredible team have created, a place that brings people together, sparks ideas, and reminds us just how good life can feel when we connect with nature, connectivity, creativity, and each other. So please join me in welcoming Jamie Quint-Starkey. Hi.
It's cute, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's cute.
Who would have thought you could have a podcast outside? They weren't very happy when it started raining.
I like the lighting. The lighting needs to stay.
It's on brand for both of us.
It is.
So Jamie, you've been such a driving force in reimagining what our city spaces can be, making them not just greener, but more connected and more alive with possibility. And I know Electric Daisy is just, you know, it's not just a venue, it's more than that. It's part of a much bigger vision. Now, a lot of people will have heard your story, so maybe it's what's next?
Oh, holiday.
Holiday.
That's what's next. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you, everybody, for coming. I actually didn't know what I was doing. I just thought I was speaking on the microphone. But obviously with Bev, it's never that simple, is it? We've got to do something out of the box. So yeah, what's next for Down to Earth and Electric Daisy? Well, funny enough, we are in the first instance looking to elevate what Electric Daisy does and is about. So last year we built that bar, which was absolute chaos, but we got it in. I had to leave when that shipping container came in. I had to just leave the site. I couldn't be here. The next thing is to build a kitchen. So we want to build a better kitchen space within Electric Daisy. It kind of aligns it with what we're trying to achieve. So we can do, I mean, my dream, it's a very simple dream, is just to make banging pizza. It's just a very simple dream. I don't think in Derby there is a place that you can go for like absolutely proper good pizza, and I want to be able to do that here. It's very simple.
Life is good when we have good pizza.
Yes, like it. I remember that one. So that's going to go where the horse box used to be for the pizza box. So we're actually launching a crowdfunder for that. Nice. So we're launching this crowdfunder, and that is why we're doing this shed sponsorship piece. So nicely, just like let them
segue.
Segue. That's like little dominoes, aren't they? So these sheds you can sponsor, and they're like you become a shed steward. And when you become a shed steward, you look after that shed for 12 months, and it's like a little corporate box, and you get to use it for 2 events out of the year, for up to 10 staff members. We'll chuck in a bit of food and drink, and you can come and party until we kick you out, basically. You also get like advance on tickets, so before the tickets go out, there's a pre-sale, and yeah, you get to use this amazing space. Not only that, on the bigger scale, on the grander scale, we're in conversation with Derby City Council, and we're also in conversation with the people behind Eden Project and Eden International and all these other projects. I know we've been talking about it for a long, long time, but we're in a position now where we're actually moving Electric Daisy forwards. So I am a simple man. I just want banging pizza, but I also want this venue to be absolutely out of this world and to knock everything, before it out of the water. When it comes to what this space needs to be, it needs to have jaws on the floor. We're here to kind of be a flag in the ground for nature-based regeneration, specifically urban nature-based regeneration. There's nowhere doing that. Already with what we're doing with this space, with sheds, a pallet collar, garden, and, what we've got here, we're already making waves in the sector that we're in, nationally, case studies. Next weekend, I'm in Parliament talking about, how much impact this space has had. So it's already doing that, but we want to take it to the next stage, and working with the guys who've got all that experience, we will be delivering a business case for Electric Daisy Phase 2. So that, if on your left, so you guys on your left, that space, we want to create an indoor venue. So essentially a greenhouse is the best way I can describe it. A greenhouse which has a stage, has workshop space, has social space, has kind of remote working space, something that's not here in Derby, and being that proper flagship for nature-based regeneration, and do banging pizza.
Nice.
I'm hungry.
Get some more canopies.
Yeah.
So it looks magical from the outside. Yeah, as we were talking earlier, every business owner, the journey is not always smooth, is it? What's one of the biggest challenges or perhaps lessons you've learnt along the way? I did send you that one ahead of as well.
Yeah, you did. I know you did.
Sorry.
I think potentially patience. I'm a very impatient guy. I'm pretty driven in what I'm doing. Like, I'm just going to do it. It's not if, it's when. But having patience to know that it's not just going to happen overnight, especially as someone running a business. If you want change and you want to make things happen, it doesn't happen straight away. We've had a pretty quick, with this space specifically, we've been here for like 3 years, and we've kind of woven ourselves into the cultural fabric of Derby City Centre, and I'm really happy about that. But I'm really impatient, and I'm always like, we need to do more. And I think on that point, I think actually one of the best things is to be able to reflect and actually go, do you know what? Like, look how far we've actually come. And I only do that probably every 6 months. And I think as a business, you probably should do that more. And you should probably look back and go, do you know what? Like, we've smashed, like, as every week's gone by recently, being flat out, I'm not going, oh my God, like, what a week, like this has happened. I'm just going on to the next thing.
It's really important, isn't it, to look back and go, actually, what have I achieved? On the theme then of tonight, and because people don't want to hear me talking all night, being life is good, can I ask you to finish that sentence? Other than life is good when you've got great pizza.
Oh, damn.
I mean, you can use that one.
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of we're running with this life is good theme because how we see it is about, if we create a space for life, for planet and people, then it is good, and we know that deep down because life is good when we understand that we are connected with nature. That's the whole purpose behind what Down to Earth is. I know it might sound a bit hippie and cliche and a bit cringe, but that is ultimately what we're all about. We're here to reconnect people with nature because we see our relationship with nature being a thing that is one of the ultimate problems for our species. So yeah, fit that in.
Oh, well, that's a good one to follow. Is there anything else you wanted to share?
No, I mean, thank you for your support and always pushing us doing mad stuff like this. Love it. But yeah, I mean, like, we've been here for 3 years. We've only been here for 3 years because of the community that have supported us. And that community is you guys who are Marketing Derby bondholders who have heard me talk probably enough and gone, do you know what, this sounds like something I want to get involved in some way, shape or form. And we always need that enthusiasm and energy to carry on what we're doing. It is a big cliche, but what we're doing is we're movement building, and we're doing something really unique and really special here in Derby with Electric Daisy. Whenever I leave this bubble and I walk out after banging my head against the wall in Derby City, and I go out and tell people what we're doing here, they are like, oh my God, like, what is going off there? Because that is wild. Like, that's a really cool thing. Like, how are you doing it? How is it building together? And it's something to be really proud of. And, I can't thank the people enough through, this amazing community here of that support. But again, we need your support, to help us take it to the next stage, next level. Get a shed. That's what I'll say. If you can get a shed, that would be great. But, we want you guys to write yourselves into our story. And our story here I think is a really exciting one. I'll finish there.
That's amazing. Thank you. And you've built something really powerful and something that we can all be proud of as part of the Derby community. So you can go.
I can go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And keeping that energy going. It's really cosy. We've got some brilliant local business voices, and a few of you may have been roped in as well to finish that sentence. Now, the first person I want to bring up, when I asked him, he asked if it could be censored. So I'm really curious as to what he's going to say. Dino, would you mind popping up? Now, you'll all know Dean. Dean is the... Oh, gosh, yeah. So if the voice didn't pick that up, he's got his murdering gloves on.
I'll get my leg over.
Sorry. That's what I was a little bit worried you were going to say. We haven't. Now you almost know Dean. Dean's the unstoppable founder of Hoob Design. Dean, though, incredibly kindly, was the first guest I ever had on Beyond the Numbers.
Probably the most foul mouth that you had on.
I think I'll be
It's a bad
eternally
day. I
thankful.
just had to get it out.
Yeah, but that's good. It's the honesty, isn't it?
Yeah, that was honestly. It was good to do it though. Did you listen to it? Just say yes.
Who's listened to it?
Yeah, it was the best ever. It was the best one, wasn't it?
It was. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
I thought
They've
so.
all been great, but because this is recorded. Yeah, I mean, you're known for pushing boundaries, for being honest and authentic.
Yeah, or big mouth. And my brother's back there. He's probably going, God, he's just full of it. So that's what he really is. But yeah, you have to push for what you want, don't you? And just like the guys here, they're the term knocking your head against a wall. I'm sure it feels like that. But what you've achieved outside the city actually is very commendable. But maybe we just aim too high in this city. We expect a lot and we challenge for a lot, don't we?
Gosh, don't we?
Yeah, we really do. And I think we punch above our weight massively. And that's just down to the determination and, what Marketing Derby does and brings everyone together.
Yeah, community.
Plug it over.
Well. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Come on then, Dean. Are you going to finish the sentence for me? Life is good when?
Well, how many are we allowed?
However many you want.
Because I was trying to think of a personal one and a business one. And the business one for me was life is good when you have sustainable figures and profitability.
Oh, that was a good
Because we
plug for accountancy.
strive, absolutely, because the numbers have to add up. But you do, don't you, in business? If you can look at your balance sheet and go, yeah, that's working. And if we do what we did, we get what we got. So if I do nothing, and if I don't change anything, we're in a good place. And then if we want to be adventurous, we can change things and turn the dials. So I think for me, that's the business one. But also, if you've got a great workforce. In fact, one of our senior leadership team that they do had a meeting, and he said it was the last quarter was the best 3 months of his working career. And he's 55, so he's had a bit. And that just filled me with joy, the fact that it happened within something you created. So that was Life is Good. And then Life is Good. One was lying in the bath. I thought, right, because when you're in the bath, no one wants to come in for a start, do they? No one wants to ring you, and no one probably knows you're there, and if they did, it'd be a surprise. So I thought, life's good when you're in the bath because you're left alone, which is one of them. And for me, life is good when I'm on my bike and you just chew things over and you have your self-time. You don't get much self-time, do you? And when you do have it, I think it's very precious. You can just chew things over.
You've hit a massive nail on the head there, isn't it? I think a lot of the time in life, we are so busy. We do so much, and actually I joked the other day that my only alone time is whilst I'm driving the car on the way home.
It's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
When do you actually get that detox time? Auntie Bev keeps telling me go on a cruise. So I'm heading out next week for a week.
Nice.
Detox cruise time.
And you know what? The Wi-Fi is so expensive that you won't stay connected.
170 quid for 1 week of Wi-Fi.
So don't do it.
It's like the old days, isn't it?
Let's dial in.
Yes, it's nuts.
Oh, incredible.
And 10% more expensive if you book it on the boat, but you can't pre-book it.
Have you done it? Have you bought it?
Of course I have. Yeah, I could be bored at me stack, right? I don't know if you've done cruising, but if I need to watch Netflix, everything. Because Angie were like, you're annoying in a little box, so you've got to go and amuse yourself, type of thing.
I want to ask you where you're going, but I feel like this has gone into a personal conversation. So I'm sorry.
San Sebastian in Lisbon. Yeah. Hopefully they'll do a park run. I can do a overseas park run.
Just
on
go and
one of
run
the days.
around the deck. They have a little deck set up.
Yeah, that look good on Strava, won't it?
Go around in a circle in the middle of the sea.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
What's your life is?
You know what? I think life is good when it's simple as well sometimes. Actually taking that moment to connect. And I meant that when it's being with great people, great food, and being outside. It genuinely is.
Yeah, I get you. Life's good when you're with people and you're laughing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Life's good with laughter, isn't it? So where's your great... Sorry,
I like this. He's turned the table.
So where's your good food? Where's your good drinking? And where's your good community then?
Oh, that's a great question. Good food. I mean, Holly. I don't know if Holly's here, but that food is phenomenal. The
those round things
canapes,
were
the arancini were
hot,
sensational.
though.
Oh, they were.
I need a new roof in my mouth.
Okay. Yeah, but it could be something simple. Like it could be good pizza from the pizza oven that we do at home, or it could be an incredible roast or something like that.
Oh, right.
Or making a lasagna
home.
of myself, making my own Jamie Oliver lasagna. That's pretty good.
So it's not dining out.
And then-
Although the best pizza is coming here.
Yes,
So
it is.
keep an eye on that.
We'll endorse that. Thank you.
Right, I'll shut up.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Thank you for giving my 5 minutes of fame.
No, that was 5 minutes of fame. Rachel, you're my next one up. So Rachel, for those of you who don't know her, which I don't, is she disappeared? Oh no, she hasn't disappeared. She's not run off. So she's the founder of Ask the Chameleon. Rachel helps businesses and charities win funding and recognition through powerful bids and award entries, but she's so passionate and the voice for purpose-driven enterprise and small businesses everywhere. I'm quite glad I did a good intro. It gives you enough time to get here, doesn't it?
Are you sure that's me?
That's you, hun. Is that not as Jamie was saying a moment ago, that we forget to sit back and look at what we've actually achieved and what you do actually do?
Oh, yeah, I'm terribly guilty of that. Lindsay reminds me on a regular basis. And I think it's a particular thing for solo business owners. You know, who do we have on that day-to-day basis that's going to poke us in the guts and go, do you know what, you're pretty good at that. Excuse my French.
No.
And you need to find it in yourself, and you can't always do that. You know, you don't always have those reserves 24/7.
So how do you do it when it does get, we've gone deep already, haven't we? Just chatting.
I think you need a good group of people that support you. And I learnt that through COVID. I thought I could do everything myself and that I couldn't share my sad moments and my, oh my God, I don't know how to do this moment. And COVID taught me that harshly. And it brought me to a group of women that have been phenomenal.
Oh, amazing.
So they're my go-to when I'm like, is it just me? Or, to which the answer is, no, it's sometimes.
You know what, as well, I was talking, I think it's to Craig earlier as well. We don't always open up and go, you know what, it is hard. And I think I try and always do that and go, yeah, things look amazing. Like, look at LinkedIn, all the things that we're doing at the moment. But actually, it can be really difficult. And I will have those moments where I go, that's why I am so grey now. I love it.
LinkedIn is it can be great, but it can be so awful because you can believe all the guff on there about follow my 3-point plan and you'll be on 6 figures by Friday. And it's like, oh my God, I'm shouting at the screen going, it can't be, it's just not true. And pre-COVID as well, you'd say to people, how business? Oh, it's fine. Everything's good. I'm so busy. And then what I found was that people were real and they said, you know what, this is scaring the pants out of me. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I loved that about us then. And I worry that we're starting to lose that again now with the rise of the follow my 10-point plan and you'll be a millionaire by, Monday
Keep
week.
listening to the podcast, it's fine. So life is good when...
Yeah, Dean stole it because I was going to ask for more than one, and then he was ultimately extremely greedy. So I have two. I've had a particularly tough year this year. But life is good when you've got a gang of people to keep you together. You know, you are not an island. It's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to ask for help. And then my other one is, particularly for the small business folk amongst us, life is good when you embrace the fact that failure is part of the ride and that your strongest chapters are written in the darkest ink.
Beautiful. I don't feel like I want to say anything else after that. It's a mic drop moment. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh. Next up, she was here the earliest of everybody. It's Nikki Webster from Bridge the Gap Child Mental Health. Nikki works alongside Jen and they lead an organisation dedicated to supporting children and families' emotional well-being. And they are a true example of business as a force for good.
Oh, thank you.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
I mean, Nikki did say to me, she goes, how long have I got? So I hope you're next to a fire.
I do like a chat. I'll try and keep it brief.
Do you want to go straight into your life is good one, or do you want to do a little bit of an intro first?
Do an intro. So Jen has said,
I'm Bev.
It's a good start, isn't it? I'm so used to working with Jen day to day. As Bev has said, I direct a CIC called Bridge the Gap. We're just around the corner, actually. And Jamie allows us to use this wonderful premises, it's just beautiful here, to support children here. So we work with children and families, and we are really passionate about teaching children about their emotions, how they feel, how they are big and they're difficult sometimes, never negative, that's really important, and that they always pass. So my life is good is a bit aligned with that, really.
Oh, dive in then. Life is good when.
Yeah, so I'm a mental health nurse and therapist by background, and as you know, Rachel was saying really eloquently a moment ago, life's tough sometimes, isn't it? Really tricky as a business owner as well, and you can feel quite isolated and lonely. And when I did my therapy training, it changed me overnight, really. Because acceptance and commitment therapy is all about acceptance that life has challenges and life is difficult and life throws us very, how shall we word it, fruity experiences on occasion. And that emotions, we tend to struggle and we tend to suppress them because probably none of us in this beautiful setting here tonight have ever had an emotional education. And I'm really passionate about having that embedded into schools up and down the UK within curriculum. And a huge part of that is, yes, we've got to accept that life is difficult and life is full of those difficult emotions, but then commit to what's important and what we value. I think as business owners, we're quite good at finding what we value in our business, but do we ever kind of reflect on that individually for ourselves? And that's what changed overnight when I did this therapy training for the first time ever. And I was very burnt out in the NHS at the time with not much support, shall we say. As a nurse, you know, COVID times, it was pretty horrendous. So we'll not go there. But for the first time ever, I really understood actually what are my individual values and what matters to me, not anybody else's, not on anybody else's path, not my mum's, my dad's, my friends, my colleagues, but what matters to me. And I wanted to share kind of 3 tips, if that's okay. As this is therapy me speaking, but also, you know, as a business owner and as a colleague, friend in the city. The first one is know what truly matters to you, like I said, not to anybody else in your life, but truly to you. And that is one of the questions I ask my clients to get to that point is, what makes you feel fulfilled? What makes you feel at peace? And what makes you feel proud? And that's a really kind of great question to reflect and ask yourself to find out what really matters. The second point is when we've found those things, how do we then make our decisions around it? So who we spend time with, how we spend our time, what hobbies we do, how we're showing up to work, whatever that might be, make the decision through the lens of your values. So for instance, if your values are integrity, if that's a value of yours, and you're spending time with people who are not showing up with integrity, that's going to affect your mental health. And it strays us away from what's important. And then the third point is, how do we then embed it and commit to it? Because ACT is all about taking action, which is why it's called ACT and not ACT. And how do we actually continue that? So for instance, our value is about having fun, then how in the last week have we had fun? Doesn't need to be huge, be something little. Dance around the kitchen, have a pizza. And then how in the next week are we going to continue embedding that? So, you know, if you decide that actually I'm going to book a ticket to an amazing gig at Electric Daisy and commit to that fun, there's going to be barriers that show up. They tend to fall in 2 camps: physical, childcare, time, money, or emotional. You know, we've had a bit of a crappy day at work. We don't feel motivated. We're tired. We can't be bothered. So reflect on that and continue to commit and live life by your values.
I love that. And I think it's even important as well when you look at your own personal values to make sure they're not jarring with your business.
Absolutely. I don't think we ever do that often, do we?
No, should.
We should.
Next
I like
board
that.
meeting.
Next board meeting. Bev's on our board at Bridge the Gap. She keeps me in line. You're great. You are.
Is there any talk about me? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I suppose just one of my favourite phrases, one of my favourite life lessons, I suppose, it's by John Lennon. It's a bit cringy, but I love it. So life is what happens to us when we're busy making other plans. And I think that's really, it fits really nicely with carrying on embedding your values and doing what matters to you, no one else. Because this is kind of life, isn't it? We're living it, we're doing it every day. And this, just leaning into this amazing space, community, good food, noticing that.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Nikki.
for having me.
Next up, we've got Rob Dawes, founder of Bright now. He's the one where I go, Rob, do you think we can do something crackers? And amazingly, he turns around and then somehow enables it with this incredible Bright team.
I say yes, and then I worry about telling the team what I said yes to, but I've got a good team.
You have got an incredible team. So Rob not only helps brands find their voice through strategy and storytelling, it's also through video and, of course, podcast. He's shining a light on what makes businesses genuinely connect with their audiences.
Yeah, that's what we do.
You do.
Yeah, and do you want to ask me the question?
Life is good when?
So I'm not going to say, but I probably should, when you have a team like mine and you get to work with them. But I can't say it because I'm going to be in the room when they edit this. And so they'll just keep replaying it and just put it loud. And yeah, they don't need to hear that. But life is good when you're part of a community, and specifically this business community that I'm a part of. And I didn't realise how important it was. So I think I was saying to Lindsay earlier, we've been bondholders now for 10 years since we started. And yeah, and I used it as networking, to get to know other businesses and get work really, and referrals and things like that. But then when the business changed a couple of years ago, people were so generous with their time, you especially, Bev. And, we've gone on and worked together on projects, some warmer than this, some as cold as this, and that's good. But people were so generous with their time. And I think without it, I just wouldn't have found my way through. Because, my family, my friends, they're not business owners. They don't run businesses. They don't get it. They're like, oh, why don't you just stop work at 5? And I'm like, well, sometimes you can't, and you've got to keep going. But yeah, really, it being part of this community has just been everything. And yeah, I didn't realize it properly until a couple of years ago, but I now advocate to everyone, go join a peer group, go network, go be part of something, part of a community. And being part of that and saying yes to things is you find inspiration. It's almost like the inspiration finds you when you need it the most, Tough times, and I was in a difficult place, and then I'm filming Dean Jackson on your podcast, and the way he speaks about business with such a fire lit beneath him, you can't not be inspired by that.
Oh, I come away with so many actions following all these podcasts. It's incredible.
Yeah. And he also lets you know you can drop the C-bomb, and you can say the F word if you need to say the F word.
I think, but Dean also mentioned it in the podcast as well. A lot of the time we protect all the family around us.
Yes.
So especially as a male, because I think a lot of the time men have that, what's the word? Breadwinner. It's almost that's what you have been for centuries, been the breadwinner in the family. And that's not saying that women aren't that especially now.
Yeah.
But I think actually for men, it's perhaps even harder to be able to turn around to their other halves and go, you know what? I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay payroll in a couple of months' time, or that kind of thing. And I do think there is that added weight
Dean used a
for
phrase.
all.
Yeah, but Dean used a phrase, and he said it's controlling the narrative, and that's why the business community is so important, because you can't say, well, you know, we need to pay this much VAT or corp tax, but we've got this owed to us, that'll be in at the end of the month. Like, people who don't get it, and they're just like, what? You got to find 30 grand, and it's like, yeah, but we've got this coming in later, and you know, so it's but people in the community, they get it, and you can reach out and chat to them about it.
So life is good when you share it with like-minded people in a great community.
Yeah. Life is good when you're part of a community that can lift you up, and you can also have a little moan together.
Yeah, I think that's good. Amazing. Thank you,
Brilliant.
Rob.
Thank you.
And thank you for making all this happen.
And if this is rubbish, I can cut it out.
Amazing. Next up, I've got Sharon Stevens Cash, and I always say your surname in the wrong way round, so I think I've done it right this time. SSC. She's the founder of Gravity Digital. Sharon specialises in helping purpose-led businesses grow their digital presence and impact through authentic, values-driven marketing. She's also my lovely neighbour in the mill, although we don't see each other.
No, we don't.
Do we?
We never pass. We never pass.
No.
Corridor.
Well, thank you so much for being part of this.
Thank you for asking me.
Oh, it was
I feel
a pleasure.
very honoured. You didn't say, though, when you sent the email that there were going to be people watching.
I'm so sorry.
If you could just turn around, is that all right?
If you just look at me, there's nobody else here. You're just talking to me.
Okay.
We're having that cuppa that we were meant to have ages ago.
Yeah, that's true.
When is life good, Sharon?
Oh, gosh. Okay, well, I tried to prepare something, and then it all goes to pot, because then somebody else says it.
It's the worst
and
one
then,
being last, I'm sorry.
Then Dean talks, then Rachel talks. And you know, it's just too much. So I would say life is good very often. I want that to be really clear. I know that it's really hard in business. We all know that. Anybody's in business. It can be very tough. But I do think life is good when you stop and realise that life is actually quite good. We're very lucky. From a business point of view, life is good when we make an impact with our marketing and with our websites and things like that. It's not just a digital asset. It has to have an impact at the end of it. So life is always good for me through business when we actually make a difference to our clients. On a personal level, I'd say that life is good when I'm walking my dog. That sounds really sad, and people who haven't got dogs probably won't understand, but I like to connect with nature, and that's the way that I connect with nature, through spending time walking and stopping. So in business, it's nice to stop and look back and go, life's actually quite good. And in my personal life, I really like to stop on a walk and look and feel the energy that surrounds me. And just having an impact, maybe just saying hello to somebody could make a big difference in their day. So I like to make an impact on everything that I do. And I hope I do, and I hope that impact is positive.
Oh, of course it is. It is. And I think that links in a bit with what Jamie was saying earlier as well. We don't stop and realise what we're doing or the impact we're making, or it's quite difficult for us to do that, I think, as business owners, as humans generally, to turn around and go, oh, we are making an impact. Oh, we are doing something special. Yeah. We're kind of ground to be.
Yeah, that's very true. And I think that, that I see Jamie, I live in the same village as Jamie. And so I see him on his Hot Wheels running down the canal. So sometimes I have to stop to let him go by. And his little Hot Wheel trainers.
Love it.
I think, we do have to realise the impact that we make. But you've always got to do it from a positive point of view. When you want to make an impact, you've got to do it from a positive place, because then that positivity kind of follows through. And I really believe in that. So.
Oh, I love that. And I love being outside as well.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, the dog walks are the best.
No, the dog walks are the best. Seeing people that you don't know are the best. And making a difference to somebody's day.
Well, you never know what impact you're having on that person's day as well, do you? I think there's that quote, isn't there, in a world where we can be anything, be kind, because you never know what problems people are facing.
No, it's true. It's true. And I always think when we approach clients as well with our digital work, I always look at it from their point of view. So if I don't feel we can have an impact on their marketing and their campaigns, then we don't work with them. It's that simple. It's, if the chemistry isn't there, it can't work, because you have to have the chemistry. You have to come from a positive place. So that's where we stand at Gravity. There's Caroline, hopefully. Will be.
I see Caroline a little bit more often.
I know, Caroline's a bit more proactive than me. I hide.
Oh, thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you very much for asking.
No, I love that. Thank you, Sharon. Now, Simon, are you still here? Simon Carnell? Yeah, I've spotted you. Can't disappear. Would you mind coming up? I mean, I don't know if you need a welcome speech to introduce you up. Everybody must know Simon. Would you care to come and do a Life is Good? So Simon's now obviously, it's just over a year now. So was at Derby County Community Trust and now has made the move over to Derby County Football Club. It has just been over a year, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
I know, I did think as I was saying about football, I was like, hopefully it's just Derby fans under the marquee today.
Tough crowd.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi.
How are you? You all right?
I'm really good, are you?
Yeah, very good, thank you.
Good. When's life good, Simon?
So life is good for me when I'm present. So it took me a while to get there. And so go back to December 2023. So I was asked to do a piece of work for emerging high-performing leaders in the football network. And I did this chat, this speech kind of thing, and giving them all this advice and everything. And at the end, one of them said to me, "Can I give you a bit of advice?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course you can." He said, "You can't pour from an empty cup." And I was like, "Am I allowed to swear?" I was like, that's me. That's where I am. And I began to think about stuff, and I was like, I've not been present for this, and I've not been present for that, and I've got all these things going on, but actually I can't remember anything because life's just so fast. Work was fast, the trust was fast, things at home were fast, so much was happening. I forgot to kind of just take a breath and go, I need to be present, because when I'm present, good things happen. And that could be present in a meeting, it could be present with the boys, it could be present on a beach in Cornwall, it could be present at a foot, it can be anything, it doesn't matter. But when I'm present and when I'm all in, good things happen. And I have this thing about Maya Angelou says that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but will never forget how you made them feel. And when I'm present, I believe I have a positive impact on people and how they feel. So therefore, by not being present, not only am I not doing them justice and being authentic, but actually I'm not getting that buzz from helping people, which I love. I love that. I love the 25 years that I had at the Trust where that was part of what we did. And so for me, it was all about being present. So wherever I am now, I'm present. So I'll give you an example. Today, we got the Lionesses here on Tuesday night. So if you haven't bought tickets, there are still 1 or 2 available. So we've got the Lionesses coming. And I got this meeting this morning, and I was leading this meeting, and I smashed it. I'd got my detail, I'd got everything in place. I'd planned it so much. But that was because I allowed myself to be present and actually lead the team and guide them. And actually that just amplified their voices. You could see them in the meeting. And I just have to keep reminding myself, because it's hard work. It's hard work always being present. And sometimes you can't be for whatever reason. But I have to always try to say, am I being the best version of myself? And I'm the best version of myself when I'm present.
Wow. No, it's so true, isn't it? Because business ownership or any kind of role, busyness is celebrated. And I think Dr. Phil Clark said this when I was speaking to him and Lee Timmis. It's you've got to be where your feet are.
Yeah, I think you can almost wear it as a badge of honour. I've done 80 hours this week. Well done. well done.
Were you present for those 80 hours?
What have you contributed? You know, and I remember I got a professional coach 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. Padma, her name was. She was head of global outreach at Cognizant. Amazing lady. And I remember her asking me right at the first session, you know, what's most important to you in your life? I was like, my wife, my kids, my job. I love my job. It's really, really important. And she said to me, okay, tell me about work. And I was telling her about strategies and plans and all these things. She was like, brilliant. Tell me about home. And I was like, what do you want to know? She goes, well, Sarah, she teaches, does she want to go back into the leadership? I was like, I'm not sure. It's like, what about Jack? Jack's 16. Does he want to go to university? I was like, oh, I'm not sure. What about Noah? He's 14. What does he want? I was like, I'm not sure. Because I'd just not allowed myself to be present and to put that energy, you know, into that and driving that. And now if people ask me the question, I know, because I've been present enough to ask and to, you know, work with them. So it's about being present.
I love that. Thank you so
That's
much.
all right. No worries.
Oh,
Thank you.
Powerful. Thank you. And I feel like that's a great time just to go, maybe we should all just be present with the people that we're sat next to and enjoy this last bit, unless there is anyone else that wanted to pop up and give their life is good when. People are shaking their heads. Oh, Gary would like to. Gary Parsons. Everybody must know Gary. He's not got his yellow T-shirt on today. Gary is obviously part of, I don't want to say too much because this might be part of what your life is good when. So he talks a lot about the selfish leadership. He exited his business how many years ago now?
This year.
This year. So it's still this year. Officially this year.
Yeah.
And has been on a campaign now to
combat
camping as well. He does glamping, not campaign. A campaign to beat perhaps hustle culture, maybe. Is a great way of saying it.
And Simon, you know, like, does anybody watch The Wheel? Michael and Tyler's The Wheel, and they all go round and they give the answer, and you've got to say apple or banana to name fruits. I feel like I've just watched everybody give all of my answers away. So I'm last on the wheel. I'm about to lose the £1 million. But Simon did it there with that empty cup pouring from an empty cup.
It's so true.
But yeah, I think, do you want to ask me the question?
So life is good when?
So a little bit predictable, and for you, but for those that don't know me very well, life is good when I'm good, when I'm looking after myself. So yeah, I fully embrace that word selfish because it is an okay word. If I say that you're selfish and I take that guilt away from that word, we go, yeah, it's okay to be selfish because that's looking after me. And when I'm okay, you're okay. Because you might need me, but if we said earlier, it's that, I'll give you another analogy, it's that oxygen mask. If the plane is going down quickly, you can't rely on that person, your dependent that sat next to you that needs to put their mask on for you. You've got to put yours on first. When you're growing a business, Dean said it earlier about sustainable figures. When you're growing a business, when you need to, as I have done over the years, and looked after everybody else, the moment when I realized I was helping support everybody else and not me was the moment I got diagnosed with depression. And we said it earlier, Rachel said it earlier about success and failure. I was really successful. We were 1.2 million. We were growing 250% year on year. Good figures for an account, yeah. It feels like I'm Dragon's Den. You're a lot nicer than Deborah Meaden, who I haven't met. And I'll stop.
Stop.
But we never associate that with success, and success on the outside might be failure on the inside. And I was failing. I wasn't looking after myself. So yeah, life is good when we are being selfish, when we are looking after ourselves, because that's when we have the energy, when we have the ability to show up and be the best person. Because I love helping everybody else, being the most, I love being selfless, but I can't do that without making sure that I'm okay first.
I love that.
Rich, are you all right? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course you
I
can.
feel like I'm Dean and I'll let everyone go and eat pizza.
I like that.
So I grew my business and we did incredibly well, and I've exited it, like I said. And part of prioritizing my mental health, my well-being, is to step away and let them go and do what they do and enjoy life more. You are one of the most selfless people that I know. You want to go out, and there's so many people sat here that you will know. We've already heard it, that you help. You look emotional. I'm trying to hold you back. How do you keep your mental health and well-being in check?
That's a great question. Yeah, and I am one of these people where I do want to help. Our whole vision at Vibrant is to make an impact, because I want to support people. That's the whole ethos as to why I'm not really an accountant. I don't know if any of you know that. I am. I'm an accountant and a tax advisor. Well, adding up's questionable, isn't it, ladies? But that is my kind of the ethos. I do want to be able to help people, and I love that. That's what I drive off, and it is what gives me a hell of a lot of energy, being around those people that I can support. But you're right, I have got to make sure that I'm looking after myself. I'm very good once I get at home. I kind of try and switch the laptop. If I'm not working in the office, I switch the laptop off. At the weekends, I very, very rarely
Your second job in your family.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is it. It is another job. I do then try and make sure I do go and hide away in a spa. I think some people know which spa I go to now, though, so it's a little bit dangerous because you recognise faces when you go.
So you're working at the spa?
No, I don't work at the spa. Yeah, have actual time. I love delving into an Agatha Christie book in the evenings to switch off. But it's a hard balance. It's making sure that I do, and I've kind of wrote down again, and I did my values thing the other day, and Nikki said, I saw it on LinkedIn, where I went, how aligned am I with my values? How aligned is the company with what I'm wanting to deliver? And also, am I prioritising myself? Am I looking after myself? Am I doing the yoga? I don't do it all the time. I get it wrong, but then your body forces you, really, doesn't it, to stop and to go, no, you know what? And I don't always get it right, but do any of us?
But you're enjoying it, and you're stuck into it, and you're driven by it, which is a trap in itself.
Oh, it is.
But if you maybe just lower that gear, go into second
I'm
a
not
little
very
bit.
Good with second gear.
Yeah, you're like doing sixth
I like to
gear
be
down
in
the
sixth
motorway.
gear, and then when I'm on holiday, I don't
that's
do
not
anything.
sustainable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but thanks for doing this.
No, thank
bit
you so
different.
much.
I feel like I'm in. When I wake up early on a Sunday and I'm not lying in, I feel like I'm on like Alan Titchmarsh's like Love My Garden kind of vibe going on here. Again, a lot younger and but nicer. Yeah.
Oh,
but
thank you.
I feel like we need some plants. Next time I come along, I'll get some plants and we'll do some potting.
Yeah, we've done potting before, haven't we? We took that to the summer client event. But no, lovely. Thank you so much. I think that's probably it, Lindsay, isn't it? Thank you so much, everybody, for coming.